Well, it's day 3 of Worlds. I'm joined right now by Doublelift of TSM. A Doublelift, I haven't heard that much from TSM over the course of Worlds so far. Maybe you can give me the update.
Bjerg's really sick, so it's really affecting our sort of team dynamic because he can't really talk as much. He lost his voice, so lacking communication from mid is kind of the opposite of how we were used to the whole season. This entire time I've been playing with him, he's like a really vocal player. So all of us have to step up and sort of fill that void in our communication. And other than that, I feel like our games have been okay. Me and Vincent have been playing super well, but overall, I feel like we're really good. So I'm pretty confident coming into the next week.
Yeah. You probably haven't heard this, but during that last game, Deficio, the Dane, the Dane caster, he called you out twice for saying, I don't know why he's up in top lane just getting solo killed by Malzahar. Why is he up there? I'm curious, why were you up there?
I just think that was a really dumb position for Malzahar to be in. At that moment, they had full pressure on bot side, so it's usually the right thing to do for them to send forward to go down mid and try to force a play, or to rotate bottom. But randomly their mid laner's top, so I died, but they didn't really actually get any objectives off of both times that I died because in a really weird way, I agree I should not get caught and I should play around vision, but in scrims I would never get punished for doing that because they would kill me. Yeah, sure, they could kill me there, but what are they going to get out of it? I feel like they just stalled the game out and did absolutely nothing. I died twice in the side lane to Mal's, but what did Splice do off those? Obviously, they did absolutely nothing. I was nowhere near a tower or an objective. The worst one was definitely mid lane where Vincent died on Karma and then I overstayed. I agree that one was really stupid of me. I thought that Mouse didn't have flash. So that was just I don't know. It sounds like I'm making excuses, but really I would probably make a similar decision again. I'd probably be a little more cautious in the side lane, but people have no idea what's going on in our practice. They also have no idea what the right play is for Splice. So I feel like I knew what Splice had to do to win, and they didn't. So they were just jacking off, going 1-3-1 the whole game. That's not how you win, by the way. That's when you're that far ahead, you have to be able to press in 4-1 and play 2 lanes and not play 3.
So do you consider Deficio your rival now? Worlds?
I mean, maybe he's commentating on what's going on, so that's his job, and it does look really stupid when I die in the side lane. I agree it was a big mistake for me, but I guess when I'm trying to make the plan for our whole team, I'm just not as focused anymore as I used to be, and I'm gonna fix that for next week for sure. I've noticed people have really tried to pick me off in the first game against RNG and in this last game. And I'm just going to pay more attention to that. It should be a small adjustment for me.
It was not nearly as exciting of an answer when I asked you if Deficio was going to be your rival. You gave a serious, reasonable answer.
Deficio.
Yeah, okay.
That's the headline.
Yeah, all right. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. No, but your point about being off, I mean, do you feel, how much to your maximum percentage do you feel you're currently playing or performing at?
I am not playing super well, but I still think I'm playing 80 or 90%. The thing is, I feel like I honestly played this last game as a whole pretty well. I made pretty smart decisions in general. And my mechanics were so-so. They're good. I'm pretty tired. It's 11 p.m. So I'd say I played pretty well. I'm not happy with my performance, but I'm not damn, I suck ass. It's just those small adjustments, The sign of a great player is one who can go into one game and die, and then the next game not make the same mistake. I'm never going to make the same mistake against RNG again. The one where I just don't flash the alley Q flash. I'm going to have quick reaction time next time. And in this case, I will be more cautious, in the side lane against certain teams who tend to do the weird thing where Malzahar is splitting top with no TP. I don't really care if I die as long as the team is in a position to win. And I feel even though Soren was not able to talk, we were still in a position to win that game, and we pulled it off. So there we go.
One of the interesting things, I just interviewed Faker a minute ago, and he said that he feels as though the top teams are much closer together than last year, where, because he was basically a clear favorite. I asked him what teams he thinks are up there with him, and he said Rocks and TSM. I then clarified and said, are you just saying this to make NA fans happy? And he said, no, I am very honest in my answers, or very candid, and I actually do believe that. Do you know why he would be saying that, or do you think that that's a fair assessment that he's thinking SKT rocks TSM sort of in the same group?
Feels like teams we play against tend to sandbag in scrims a little bit. Not like, nobody intentionally feeds in scrims or anything, but like when we scrim, sometimes we just steamroll top teams, and like that doesn't feel very good because it sets this false precedent where like everyone's like, wow, TSM's so good in practice, but we're like, that didn't feel like it really deserved a win. I don't really know if you guys are hiding strats or you guys are just trying to scout what we're doing, but I do think we're really good in scrims. In practice, we take it really seriously, and I think that's the most important thing. Not the result, not whether we won or lost, and by how much we won or lost, but like, are we really focused? Are we like actually improving game to game? And we are. We are really, really doing that. And like, Soren's getting his voice back. I mean, that game he was able to talk a decent amount. Like, even though his voice was like extremely raspy, he's still like putting in 110%. And we're just all really intense about this Worlds. Maybe other NA teams are like messing around playing a lot of WoW, but we are 100% committed to winning this championship.
Yeah. Wow. I feel like you're calling people out for playing WoW.
No, I mean, that's their prerogative. If you make it to Worlds, you can choose to play WoW or you can choose to practice. So,
very good. Well, let's talk about a little bit of conversation between you and Mata. So you did an interview yesterday with the Chinese media where you were talking about how you felt like Mata was just disrespecting you in lane, and that none of the NA80 carries would be willing to do that because they know how good you are, and that the next time you face Mata, you'll be able to beat him because you'll know to expect it. I interviewed him. Did you happen to see that interview?
I actually didn't watch it, sorry. I read some of the comments and some of the transcribed parts.
Yeah, that's normally what people do with my interviews. They just read the comments.
Yeah.
And that's who needs to give Travis
sorry,
traffic. Yeah. So anyway, what he said was basically that he has played with a lot of crazy 80 carries, and like such as Imp. He does not think you are as crazy as them, but if he came to the West, he would like to play, if he went to EULCS, with Forgiven or NALCS with you, because he feels like he could teach you some lessons, basically, or help train your personality. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, or on Mata's sort of opinion of you. Oh, the other thing is he answered your question where you asked me to ask him if he is always thinking it's a 100% chance when he goes in, or if he's like playing these 50-50 gambles. He said he doesn't make any decision without knowing it's 100%. That was his response.
Beast.
Yeah,
that's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like people have misread what I mean by disrespect. Like in the fighting game community, disrespecting someone just means like you don't think they can do something and you go for it, and like you're confident in the risks that you're taking, and you just do it. Sometimes disrespect gets punished. Sometimes like your Q flash gets flashed on Alistar and then you just die. Obviously, like he is a god because he knows. He's like playing a lot of mind games the entire game with me, and he knows when is the right time to go in. He gets the read on me, and like that's to me like that's disrespect, but it's also like it doesn't mean that I'm like in any way demeaning what he did or like saying that he's actually a bad player and that like I'm like gonna completely dismantle him next time. It's more just like, yeah, I thought that's what he was like going for, and he managed to pull it off. So like props to him. I think people more read that as like I'm calling him bad, and I'm gonna show everyone why he's bad next time. Sometimes you just read somebody. Sometimes
I think you did say in the Chinese press media something along the lines, and I'm paraphrasing.
I am gonna outplay him next time.
Yes, you did say something about how next time he would just feed because of how well you'd be prepared.
If he goes for the exact same play, then yeah, like I'm gonna outplay him. But I mean, can you blame me for saying that? I'm not gonna fall for the same trick like more than one game. Yeah. But when you get a read on somebody in a game and you can exploit that, that's like an ability that's trained over years and years and years of being a pro. Like that's not just like random guessing or anything like that. It is a skill that he has like learned over the years. Also, I think it's cool that he would want to play with me. He's actually a god. He's like extremely, extremely good. So that's pretty humbling too.
So we've brought the circle all together. Now everything's good.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to say to any of the TSM fans out there?
Thanks for supporting us, and I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good about this Worlds. I'm like doing my best, and I'm gonna make the adjustments that I need to make for the future games. I think Soren will get his voice back and be able to like communicate like he used to. Our whole team will be more cohesive because of that, and like I don't know. We're just really, really good right now. I hope we can carry this momentum to the finals.
Nice. Very good. Well, thank you so much for the interview. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of our coverage of all things Worlds here at Yahoo Esports.
Beautiful.